All right, this is 6th grade 3.3, ordering decimals. This is page 130 in your book. So make sure you open up to that page 130. The vocabulary is a number line. Usually, a lot of times books, when you put things in order, they like you to put them on a number line. Remember, a number line is just a visual representation of the numbers in order. Here's an example: 0, 1, 2, 3, and they go on that way forever. And then -1, -2, -3, they go that way forever. Number lines can be vertical, they could be horizontal, like on a thermometer. 0 would be here, -1, and then be +1, and so on, going in both directions. Number lines, you can plot the points, you can order things by putting them on a number line. So that's just an example of one way, and that is what a number line is. I have one on the front of my board above my chalkboard. So let's take a look at this example number 1. A Mongolian gerbil's tail is about the same length as its body. The gerbil has a body length of 11 centimeters and a tail length of 10.6 centimeters. Which is longer, the body or the tail? Well, number 1, we look at the two numbers, 11 and 10.6. Which one is bigger? So I look at the numbers and I see 11. I know right now, as far as whole numbers, 11 written as a decimal is 11.00, like $11. And the 10 would be the whole number. 11 is bigger than 10. So his body is just a little bit longer than his tail. Okay, the picture or the metric ruler below. I don't know if there's going to be a ruler. There it is. And 10.6 is less than 11, so his body is bigger. I don't know. They seem to have made that a little complicated to me, but that's just me. Okay, order the numbers. 3.1, 3.28, 3.063, and 315 from the least to the greatest. Now, again, here's where money comes in for me. 3, you might say, hey, 3 doesn't have a decimal on it, but it does. Whole numbers have decimals on the end, so let's give that some decimal places so it looks like the others, kind of. 3, 10, I'm going to give them all the same decimal place values. You can add zeros on decimal numbers on the ends of them and not make any change in the number. So I want you to look at these numbers. I've given them all 2 decimal places. So least to greatest, I want you to look and I want you to think of all of them like money. What is the least amount of money here? Would be $3. So the 3 is the first number. So we're done with the 3. And then this one would be $3.10. So that would be next. Then we're going to go to 3. Oh, I forgot. Look right there. So I got to put 306. Because that's like $3.06 is less than 310. Good thing I caught that. 315 is right there. And then 328. Now hopefully we can find one that matches it. No, that's out. That one's out. 3, it's got to be B. Hopefully that's right. 306, 3.1. Yep. I look at it like money. It makes it so much easier. They suggest you graph them on the number line. I think that's harder. If you want to do it, you are more than welcome. Look how they did that. They split the number line into tenths. They went from 3 here to 3.3 up here, and they put all those tenths in there. For example, 3.15. There's 3. Think about 310 like money. This would be 311, 12, 13, 14, 15. I just think that's really hard. I think if you just look at it like money, it just makes it look makes it a lot easier. There's the answer to that one. Copy and complete the statement with less than, greater than, or equals. So we're going through here, and before you do that, it says in the key concept box to compare. You know what? Let's go back to that. This is a neat thing. Let's go back to these numbers back here at the very, very beginning. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let me go back. Sorry. When I was talking to you about these numbers up here, all of these. They suggest you take all of those numbers, 3.1, 3.28, 3.06, and then 3 because there's a decimal at the end, and 3.15. Give them all the same place values. Now put them in order. Remember, that's first, then this one's second. No, wait, this one's second. I keep leaving that poor dude out. That one, fourth one, then the fifth one. So if you will go just above example 3 and look at the key concept box, key concept, which you're writing with me, Okay, the key concept is comparing decimals. Okay, so look at, I love it when they give steps. I'm a very step person. Write the decimals in a column. Decimals in a column like we just did. C-O-L-U-M-N. Okay, write them in a column, lining up the decimal points. Okay, if you can't write this fast, pause it so you can get that written down. That's step number 1. Okay, step number 2 is, if necessary, write zeros to the right of the decimals. So all decimals have the same number of decimal places. Okay, stop that until you get it all written. You know, and if you can't read my writing, it is on page 131 in the book. Don't call me over and say you can't read my writing. Use your book. Okay, and lastly, number 3, it says compare the values from left to right. All right, so here we go. Take a look and see what type of problems are going to have us do with this now. So get that all caught up, get the key concept box caught up on page 131, and then we're going to do example number 3. Copy and complete the statement with less than, greater than, or equals. So remember what it said, line them up, 5.796 and 5.802. Start comparing them from left to right. Okay, the same. This is smaller than this one, so that number is less than. Okay, now I look at it like money. This is like $5.79. This is $5.80. And you know, this one's going to round to 580, but it's not 580 to begin with, so it's less than. Remember, use 2 ways. I remember that mine eats the bigger number. I think the greater than and less than, I think of them like that an open mouth, and they're pigs. They want to eat the biggest amount. Some people think it points to the smallest one. Whatever makes you successful, that's what you need to do. So there they are, talking about, like I was doing, comparing those numbers, and then it's less than. So again, let's do like they say. We'll write those with the same 294. My pin's deciding not to work for some reason. And then 2.9. Add a 0 to give it the same place values. Now right here when I start, I'm looking like money. That's $2.94 right there. That's $2.90. 94 is bigger. So 294, 2 and 94 hundredths is bigger than 2 and 9 tenths. Looking at it like money. And then if you compare the way they did compare, they're the same, they're the same. 4 is bigger than 0, so therefore that number is bigger. And there they are with them they're red, they're showing that it's bigger, so therefore it's greater than. Okay, order the gerbils from heaviest to lightest. So now notice, well, they were really nice to us. They already lined these up. They all start with 77. So let's take, and they all have a 0 right there. Okay, so let's go to the next digit. This is the first, that's the smallest number there. So Herbie, way to go Herbie. Herbie, oh, wait. Heaviest to lightest. So wait, Herbie is the lightest. Which one is the bigger number right there? There's a 2 and a 2, so they're both tied so far. We go to the next digit, a 5. Donald has the 1. Alexia has the 5. Alexia is the biggest. So Alexia is the heaviest. Donald is next. Donald the gerbil. And we have Edgar and Herbie. Herbie has a 3 right here. Edgar, well, wait. Edgar has a 1 where Herbie had a 0. See right there? So Edgar is next. And poor Herbie is last. Let's see if we did that right. There they are, comparing the digits, just like we did. I like it. They were in line. It made it a little bit easier. Alexa, Donald, Edgar, Herbie. Woohoo! We got it right. I'm going to do this one like money. $7.54 is less than or greater than $7.45. 54, right here, is greater than 45. So it's greater than. Or you can do the way they said. You can line up the place values. The 7s are the same. The 5 here is bigger than the 4, so that number automatically is bigger. Whatever works for you, do it. Greater than. Okay, this one, check out this one. When you line up the 8.5 and then you put the 8.50 under it, remember you put the same number of place values by adding zeros. Look what happens. Equals. There's equal. This one, right away, I can look at these numbers. This has a 409 and a 411. 409 is smaller than 411, so we say less than. So just a quick way to do it. Order the lengths from the longest to the shortest. Now, it's been so much easier to have those lined up, so let's take the time to do that. 6544, 0.6545, 0.6454. Okay, I got two that start with 64, this top one and the bottom one. 45 is smaller, right? So the shortest one, so this one's going to go first right here. Then this one's going to go second. And then between these two, they both start with 65. 44 is smaller than 45. So that's my order, and I'll probably lose those. Oh, Mrs. Bivens, look what I did, guys. Oh, I tell you guys to read all the time. Look what I did. I put them in the wrong order. I had them, but I had them backwards. If I go back, look. See number 1? That's the shortest one. I was supposed to go longest to shortest. So there you go. I did that on purpose just to show you that you need to read. Make sure you read. And see, when I circled that, it kind of drew my attention to it. So maybe I'll do better next time. All right, that's it for comparing decimals. Use some of the strategies we talked about, and we'll see you next time. Bye.